This is Tuesday, January 6, 2026. I'm Tomlyn Nicholson. China dominates Venezuelan oil imports, taking 68% of exports in 2023 and about 470,000 barrels per day in 2025, which is roughly 4.5% of its seaborne crude needs. The U.S. follows as the second largest buyer at 23% in 2023, but recent events like Maduro's capture may shift these dynamics towards greater American access. As the 2026 midterm elections approach, all House seats and 35 Senate seats are up for grabs, with redrawn districts and retirements potentially shifting control and impacting President Trump's agenda in his final years. Republicans hold a Senate majority with 35 seats, while Republicans aim to leverage swing voters and key races to challenge the balance of power. Venezuela's oil production stood around 900,000 barrels per day in 2025, far below its 1990s peak of over 3 million due to mismanagement and sanctions. Post-Maduro, analysts predict a potential increase of 200,000 barrels daily return to global markets, benefiting U.S. Gulf Coast refiners adapted to heavy crude. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth censured Senator Mark Kelly for a video urging troops to resist unlawful orders, highlighting tensions between the administration and critics over military conduct. The move underscores ongoing debates on executive authority and service members' obligations in politically charged environments. The CDC has reduced recommended childhood vaccines despite pediatricians' objections, prompting discussions on public health policy and potential impact on immunization rates. Lawmakers from both parties are reviewing the changes amid concerns over disease prevention and parental choices. World leaders remain divided over the U.S. strike on Venezuela, with Secretary of State Marco Rubio warning Cuba of impending consequences and dismissing critics as uninformed, while President Trump highlights Maduro's downfall as a blow against expansionist threats that previous administrations failed to address. In Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz faces mounting scrutiny in a massive Somali fraud scandal involving stolen funds from a daycare center used for luxury cars and resorts, with connections to a questionable accounting firm and calls for investigations into related political donations. Two hospitals in Colorado have halted providing sex change drugs and procedures to minors following a federal crackdown by the Department of Health and Human Services, marking a significant win against controversial gender-affirming care practices for youth. California Governor Gavin Newsom is defying federal orders by extending trucking licenses to migrants, clashing with Transportation Secretary Duffy in a move that underscores ongoing tensions over immigration and state sovereignty. The Justice Department is seeking delays in repatriating deported Venezuelans back into the U.S. after Maduro's arrest, while also requesting records on Minnesota's voter registration system amid fraud concerns.